Here's the number. I mean, I really actually want to get back on the phones. It's 2,942,597 calls. 2.9 million phone calls, folks. We set out to make 1 million phone calls. We were excited for the stretch goal of 2 million phone calls, and you all came within a whisker of 3 million phone calls. This is really nuts. It's actually hard to believe. 2,942,597 calls from all these amazing volunteers. And listen, you all made the calls, so all the thanks goes to you. But I know that many of you came into this phone bank because you saw that Oprah Winfrey, Willie Nelson, Bernie Sanders, Stacey Abrams, Julian Castro, Andrew Yang were all part of this phone bank, and many of them actually made phone calls. We watched Willie Nelson and his wife Annie Nelson make a few phone calls for us earlier. So I want to thank all of our special guests and all of our hosts, and especially you all who made the phone calls, who got us almost to 3 million phone calls ahead of the first day of early voting in the biggest swing state in the country. You all are absolutely amazing. That number is mind-blowing. We're going to put up a leaderboard in just a little bit that will tell us who made the most phone calls today, and then who cumulatively have made the most phone calls. But look, even if you only made 5 phone calls, 50 phone calls, 100 phone calls, whatever you did helped. And that those 5 phone calls may be 5 votes that we win by in Texas on the night of November 3rd. Those 500 phone calls, for those of you who made calls all day long, that might be the difference in a given state house district. So thank you all. This is really amazing. I promised that I would announce some T-shirt winners. So these are the Calling Texas T-shirts that you can only win by making phone calls to Texas voters. And I want to announce we've got a long list of winners. Leah Hadera, Allison Denaho, Francesca Artalejo, Lanny Tachik, Anita Judd, Lisa Fibush, Roger Cuevas, Michael Doshier, Karen Beadle, and Mary Palomares all won Calling Texas T-shirts. We will, if you didn't win one and you wanted to, we'll be giving more of these away on future phone banks. And we have one coming up this Thursday. In fact, if you did not get enough phone calls out of your system and you want to reach out to more Texas voters, this will be Thursday. So early voting will have already been underway for a couple of days. We'll only be calling those Texans who have not yet voted in early voting. So we have kind of a strike list we can work with, and you're welcome to join us and win one of those T-shirts. But congratulations to our winners. Kate, do you want to put up the leaderboards for today and for all time?
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't have all time. Okay, then just
We'll
for today.
Yes. All right, give me 1 second and I will share my screen with y'all. It is not going to be a huge surprise who is our leading caller today, but it is still absolutely phenomenal. Miss TM.
You all can see the names, but Kate mentioned TM Leyva. TM Leyva, who was with us in the Senate campaign, with us in the presidential, with Powered by People this entire year, helping us to fill shifts at food banks, helping us to call to get people registered to vote, helping us to reach voters in the months over the summer, and is the top all-time phone bank leader cumulatively, where she's made thousands of calls. And then today she made 1,063 calls, which is just amazing. Congratulations, Tim. Darini right behind her at 733. Rocio, Christy, Jonathan, Kyle, Charles, Chris, Patty, and Luke. Thank you all. Absolutely heroic effort today, and we are super grateful to you all. I also want to thank our volunteer phone bank managers. There are a lot of you out there who help to wrangle all of us volunteers and make sure that our questions are answered and we're pointed in the right direction, and we're getting these calls in so that we can meet these voters and help turn them out tomorrow during early voting. So to the phone bank managers, I want to say thank you as well. And then there's the Powered by People team. So you have Kate Roberts, our fearless leader throughout the day. If you got trained for the phone bank, she provided the training. She's kind of the systems control for everything that we're doing. Wysong, who helped to organize everything really that we do, and was also running point on issues that would arise throughout the course of the day, and working with our software vendors and other partners. Great job, Wysong. Joe Keenan, who was kind of the executive producer of all the amazing talent and performers and politicians that you heard from over the course of the day. Great job, Joe. Cynthia Cano, who is just amazing and typically would be in that top 10 leaderboard, but she was working with everybody's teams today to make sure that we got everything coordinated. She did a great job. Rebecca Pfefferman, who was amazing, who came on at the last minute to make sure that we were professional, and we got pretty close to professional. Aaron Gold, who managed a lot, including the graphic setup that you saw today. Andy Brown, who's just an amazing member of our team, also makes phone calls. Joe Weeks, who came on as kind of a troubleshooter and engineer and producer on this. Emily Harrison at Middle Seat, and Jana Sabri, who recently came on and has been helping Powered by People. I want to say a big thanks to the entire team who got us to nearly 3 million phone calls. I want to thank all of the candidates and office holders, everyone who provided gifts. Willie Nelson, we're going to distribute the books that he signed to some of our top phone bankers. Jimmy Kimmel is giving a gift of box of stuff from his house to a lucky winner. We want to thank Jimmy Kimmel for doing that. And then folks, Veronica Escobar, she may or may not still be on. She is the member of Congress representing the 16th district here in El Paso. She's my member of Congress. She is one of the first Latinas ever elected to Congress from the state of Texas. She's doing a phenomenal job up on the Hill for us and a phenomenal job back here in El Paso. And ladies and gentlemen, she spent all day making phone calls with us on this phone bank. Even though she's incredibly busy, also has a campaign to run, she was with all of us. And so I want to thank her for that profile in leadership and that example that she set. Last thing, unless Kate has anything to add, and it's this. I want you all to think about what all of us together did today. We called 2.9 million Texans, and that was tens of thousands of us from around the country who signed up for these phone banks, thousands who made the phone calls and made millions of phone calls in the process. That is ahead of the most important election of our lifetimes, with early voting starting tomorrow. This is a heroic, Herculean effort on your part, on our part collectively. And I think it may very well make the difference in some of these close state house, congressional, county commissioner, maybe even US Senate and presidential races. We'll see. But I've never been part of a voter contact or phone bank effort like this that's made this many contacts and this many contact attempts over the course of just one day, with this many volunteers signing up, and certainly never been part of something that would have the cast of characters who helped to bring in the volunteers, from Willie Nelson to Oprah Winfrey to Bernie Sanders to everyone else who hosted a segment of this. We want to say thank you to everybody, all the volunteers, everyone who made phone calls, and then all those Texas voters who took our phone calls over the course of the day. You all make us so proud, and I'm so grateful to be able to do this with you. Kate, anything I left out?
I don't think so. We've got, GOTV just starts tomorrow, so we have a lot more work to do before November 3rd and before we can wake up and celebrate on November 4th. So please sign up for phone banks. Help the state house reps who are running, help us reach other Texans we didn't get to talk to today. We're so looking forward to working with all of y'all again very soon.
Yeah, I feel the same way. You all come back, recognize that you got us very far today, but we still have 3 weeks to go before this election is decided. So sign up for a phone bank. Next one, I think, is on Thursday. I will be on that phone bank with you, making phone calls with you. Okay. So let's make sure on the night of November 3rd, there are no regrets about the days that preceded it. And certainly today, none of us should have any regrets. You made Texas and the country proud. So thank you all for doing this. It has been an honor to do it with you.